underway. 1-1 matchup between Mongols and FaZe. It's going down on Mirage.
Two wounded warriors facing off here. FaZe clan, after their stage 1 woes, made this run all the way flawlessly through stage 2 and into stage 3 for the Mongols. Reeling a little after the end of day 1. One of these squads going to be a BO3 away from the playoffs. The other, a best of 3 away from elimination at the tail end of this game.
What's up, Budapest? We're back with a couple more BO1s to keep things interesting. Both these teams yesterday won all of their pistol rounds, 4-0. So someone's about to field their first L here in this round. Jacob goes up top middle and takes 9-10. Mongols look to explode onto this A site, and they found an entry off of their new man controllers.
You say explode, it's a little tempered here, right? Only 2 players actually committed to the push, and they're both dead. Controllers brushed aside. It's a pretty tall order now for Techno and Blitz. Blitz taking that bomb out towards the apartments, so the captain's about to face off for this B site control. The difference is Carrigan's got support with Jacob nearby. Blitz making noise. Carrigan hears this, and the dual Beretta's in the right place. Should have Blitz's number. Carrigan deals with him swiftly, and FaZe look to keep that pistol track record looking squeaky clean.
Yeah, 5-0, not bad. When you consider FaZe in the previous 2 stages, they went literally 50-50 down the middle on pistols in stage 1 and stage 2. So this is already a great start in the 3rd stage. We know FaZe have been leveling up. That much has been clear, taking down Vitality of all teams, coming in cold off of a BO1. And so FaZe are seizing the opportunity, ready to ride them out with a slow start to the major. But this is FaZe we're talking about. And that conversation will continue, right? If this is a FaZe that can actually make it to the playoffs off the back of BO3s, what do we say every time when FaZe are in the playoffs? They've got a shot. They've got a chance at the trophy. So FaZe look to prove that once again here at a major where it matters most. Inexperience or not on Jacob, he's definitely warmed up, showing some better face game to game. Obviously all the questions on Brokey right now as the desk were discussing some waning form. Gonna see if he can get activated in this difficult matchup, because Mongols, there's one thing they can do, it's definitely shoot back. Brokey's got to be focused up. Top mid control taken in this anti-eco.
Yeah, Brokey coming to make that AWP money. Flash out for Blitz, but it's not great, and Brokey's just going to dodge it. Chance to pad his bank account out nicely, and he'll take it all day long. And I think Carrigan again puts a stop to the B here.
More importantly, pad his stats. You know, let him have a good game. He's had a series of really rough maps where it's felt like he's just been literally hard carried through the game. Think about that Dust 2 as well, where Jacob popped off, and Brokey, it just felt like every time he had an AWP, he couldn't connect a single shot over Aurora.
Hey, there's some similarities here at the end of day 1. The Mongols, their bottom-rated player is 9-10, who never really got going. Which feels like a bit of a shame when you think about their run out in Chengdu. 9-10 was the whole reason they stayed alive at that event for as long as they did.
Off rifle, funnily enough, most of the time. Fast under push. Techno, good way to check, but Twist is still going to clean up the kill. The jump spot gets info, but Twist wins a fight, and they don't even reveal the second player, so FaZe can double push this position. Mongols, sooner they go the better, but they've got to go back to the bomb. And if FaZe full flank, they'll find it first. Smoking off the TV room. Maui highlighted this head-to-head on the A site, Jacob v Mazzinho, and right now he's holding his own. That wide swing, thrusting FaZe back into another questionable position. They've given up all this B control. Bomb coming in, Twist still here, somewhat.
Blocking the apartments, but you know who you're up against. The Mongols aren't going to respect that smoke. They come barreling right through it. And looking for Twist. They're wrestling back at 3-on-5 right now.
No.
Twist has got to do something here, making some noise. Now they know about him, and he's trapped out in the open.
What?
Oh my God, Blitz! He hit that. 180 turnaround for the double out of the captain, and suddenly it's all eyes on Brokey.
Oh dear.
That was ugly from Twists over at B. Certainly had a chance to find even more, but last thing you're expecting is that Blitz lands that shot out of all of them.
It's ugly for Twist, but it's somewhat of a caused by Karrigan. It's his swing into middle that loses FaZe all the information. Hold up. Brokey looks for a double on the way out. Blitz finds a third. Let's run that spray back. But once they lose info mid, Twist is so paranoid about short split. He's playing an uncomfortable position. Feels like he has to chase a kill down. Mongols able to do it from a significant disadvantage. How the hell did Blitz turn?
Yeah, I literally don't know. That's crazy.
Well, he was having a great game yesterday, was Blitz on Dust 2.
Well, yeah, you know, we said similarities in that the AWPers have both been struggling for these teams, but one thing that Blitz should have Karrigan's number in fairly comfortably is the output. Third highest rated player for the Mongols, and someone who's always been instrumental in their games, right? Whenever Blitz has been struggling, and he has had a downturn in performance lately heading into this major, you always feel it. He's very involved early on, likes to try and take his fights, sometimes calls rounds around himself. And so you don't want Blitz to be too quiet here.
Well, 3v5 for the Mongols last round, and now the advantage. Not only Brokey legged or tagged up in con, but Karrigan pushes B apartments and Mongols punish with the MAC-10. FaZe still looking to get aggressive, pushing through the smoke on B. Frozen's able to get some vengeance. Surely no further here. Controllers has ladder control, and the bomb deciding to go all the way back around. Would not be a bad round for FaZe to make a gamble, but they've still kept this AWP on B at bench. He's low HP. FaZe go for information elsewhere, pushing the ramp together. They're going to miss this timing, but it could do them well later in the round. Bomb is still B apps. Is it going to come under? This is all over the place for the Mongols, but they get the entry.
Oh, it might not matter if Frozen able to detect this bomb, goes walking right into Blitz, and now Brokey feeling the pressure, finally got to bring this AWP out for all that hard work on the SMGs, and it won't come to matter. Mongols tie us up early on, back-to-back rounds, starting with a 3-on-5.
Yeah, it's all over the place for the Mongols. 2 players hitting B, 2 players hitting A, and both of them clean up. So everything works well. FaZe clearly trying to throw in some chaos to this game. Pushing a lot on the CT side, making a lot of moves, even on their own at times, and through smokes as well. Feeling like they've got to catch the Mongols off guard if they're going to win this match, but Mongols looking steady in their defaults at the moment. FaZe finally broken.
I think if you're a FaZe client here, you're kind of really desperate for a good result in this game, because you largely see them get by on a handful of maps throughout Stage 2, and even here in Stage 3. They haven't played Mirage since Stage 1, and that was where they encountered all of their problems. Played it twice, a loss to Red Canids. That was one of the first shockers for FaZe Clan. And even then, barely etching out a win over Fluxo. It's a map that other teams will certainly look to exploit against them if this run is to continue when we get to those BO3s.
Fake is working its magic right now from Blitz as his team shift into B. They've heard Brokey at the back of the site. So he's going to be an easy picking here for the Mongols, who will win the round off of position. Just trying to keep it as clean as they can at this point. Build up some economy on the T side. So even Blitz is not hurrying on his lurk. They'll come to him. Nice dink. He won't be able to escape either. So an AK is the goal now for FaZe. Mongols doing everything they can to stop that pickup, and it looks like they will. Oh, nice double dink from Jacob. Finds the AWPer as well. Will be noted here. Mongols take the lead. Yeah, pistols aren't everything, Harry. I said FaZe won all their pistols yesterday. They also got 13-5'd by Spirit, so coming out with pistol wins doesn't always save you, even in BO1s. Only able to convert one of those 2 on Dust.
Bit of a house divided here in Budapest. I don't know who's louder. Mongols looking for this B hit again. And so once more, Carrigan will get put through his paces, scoped up with the AUG right now. Been seeing the AUG get more and more play here in Budapest, in large part because of Passion UA. But Carrigan has always been a fan of this weapon. Good pickup for Frozen. Full blind and man advantage found, but you're still looking on here, hoping that Carrigan can try and be a difference maker. Burning in that molly. Roki comes through with the trade. And now FaZe set their sights on a retake as Mongols get control over the bomb site. Brokey still further afield, putting the rifle to work. No plant yet either. 910 goes hunting on this AWP. Trying to secure a bit of a safety net just to get this bomb down. They're left scrapping every step of the way, but finally that plant in. FaZe start to arrive. A man up in the retake. They've lost from this leading position before. Their first round they gave away at 5v3. Don't want to have it happen once more to extend this lead for the Mongols. 910 doesn't feel like he wants to give them a choice. There's the support out of controllers, and it's only Jacob dead right away. 910 electric on the AWP.
Just dancing around the site, dodges absolutely everyone as Jacob comes through the smoke, he disappears, disallows the trade. They are just walking, hunting ghosts in that round. Carrigan probably feeling like he got a bit robbed there. He tries to edge the molly on the smoke, walks through, gets burned, reveals his position, didn't have any vision for it either. Brokey tries the same play with his double kill on the B bomb site, still not being enough. 910 pieces, 3 kills off that AWP and puts another on the board for the Mongols. Mongols looking slow yet steady here on this T side. The chaos that FaZe providing, not enough to get past this plucky Mongolian squad. It's hard to know where to rate the Mongols right now. Are we underrating them? Are we overrating them? Knowing their core is solid, but still having some doubts about the height of this team. Missing Sensu. Controllers, despite having big booster Phil, has done admirably well in his roles.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a weird one as well because, you know, during this time of uncertainty for the Mongols, other players have really started to struggle with consistency in this roster.
Yeah.
Right, there'll be a number of games where guys like Techno, who is sort of the young veteran and equivalent to someone like Frozen on the side of FaZe, a young player but who's been around for a very long time, he's had some real hit or miss matches. And the same can be said, really, that there's no safe individual to point to right now on the Mongols. The height is really, really high, but to say they're playing at that every game would be disingenuous. This period of uncertainty has bred a struggle with consistency for the Mongols. Even on that core.
Core, what a shot.
Yeah, Jacob, nice way to go with the deagle. Blitz dead. Another man advantage here for FaZe Clan. But once more, as is often the case, Blitz is just looking for this B site. He might be out of the round, but his team is still going to follow through on his wishes. Again, it's Carrigan, put under the limelight. Going to respond with the first on the deagle. Carrigan gets the ball rolling. Brokey in with a little bit more, and the Carrigan deag finds success for FaZe.
3 kills and 2 1-deags from Carrigan.
All right.
That's more like it. Couple of swings and misses in this map, but Carrigan stands tall with the eco win.
Yeah, they're trying to bully Carrigan over at B. They're trying to get in his head a little bit to start this game. So busy trying to get in his head, he's taking yours off.
When's the last time you saw 2 1-deags out of Carrigan to lead to a round win like that? Huge pickup. Brokey providing distraction as well. The impact, you know, technically not there because Brokey's kills are coming in lost rounds, but he is still finding kills. And so already a more reassuring start here for FaZe. That one lands.
I mean, what you're really waiting for right now, if your FaZe clan, is for the rifling call. It's been the whole reason they've made it this far, to get switched online.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's nice that Karrigan just had a hero round. It's nice that Brokey's getting his. But eventually, you're trying to usher in the arrival of really anyone from the remaining three.
Twistzz and Frozen have been revelations this event, both having some incredible maps as individuals. Frozen yesterday against Vitality was unstoppable. So let's see what we've got. MongolZ, money on the line here. 2 pistol, 2 rifle, AWP buy. They're trying to split this site. Brokey turret on top, what's he got?
Yeah, finally a change of direction here for the MongolZ, and that 9-10 AWP firing off. Deals with Brokey out towards the spawn. Jacob, they try to make life uneasy for him with that Molotov, and he will get out with one, but that's the end of the line. Mazinho gives chase. Controllers now has all this room out towards window. He can stop the rotates, and with Blitz finding success on this AWP, things go from bad to worse for FaZe. MongolZ right back in with a round.
Nice shot.
Controllers taking space. And here's the problem, when they've got a hero AWP like that, you are not shy on players on this MongolZ team who are prepared to don it. The moment 9-10 died, Blitz saw his opportunity, and he picked up right where 9-10 left off.
To be expected in a game like this, but right now all we're learning is advantages mean nothing. A 4v3 to FaZe, and still MongolZ pick it up. I will say optimistic for FaZe to try and get 2 players back through that murder hole. When they hit Controllers in there, he fakes some steps away. But still, FaZe just walk right into him. And we've had more rounds won from disadvantages than not in this game already. So 5-3 for the MongolZ. FaZe's eco win only takes them so far. The cycle of FaZe continues. Expect nothing. Quick move for Brokey. Smooth moves, land him in ladder with the AWP.
One of the problems for FaZe right now is you're not really feeling much of an ebb and flow to this game. You've felt pressure everywhere on just kind of these grouped plays out of the MongolZ. They do it very decisively, very quickly. This round being a keen example of it. Blitz again with a head turner. Able to get Mazinho in. He will fall for 9-10 now. Low health as he's bought into the 1v1. Oh, 9-10 delivers. Big grin on his face as that clutch comes through.
Yeah, there's communication breakdown there in the chaos of FaZe. You wouldn't imagine them to, but Brokey looks away after 2 kills on short. Twistzz spotted another. Where's the info? Where's the realization? Brokey thinks he can get away with not getting traded. Needed that 3rd shot to connect.
What's up with Blitz hitting these 180s right now? He's 2 for 2 in the game.
Don't change your sense or your mouse before the major. Right now, MongolZ feeling it. Ooh, maybe too much. Team kill or damage coming in. FaZe in the middle of mid, pushing up with the rifles. 9-10 put down.
Bit of a classic from 9-10, someone who likes to be steamrolly, right? He's got hot hands at the end of the 1v2 clutch and tried to get involved right off the rip, but caught by that double com push.
Yeah, Controllers, though, don't stand in front of him. That's your AWPer.
That's fair as well.
Bit of a mistake. Blitz smells an AWP. Goes for it. With the Glock out, cover me. Audacious.
Blitz wants to be an AWPer so bad.
Well, he's giving it to Controllers, so everybody gets to go on the MongolZ. That much we know.
Everyone in the MongolZ wants to be an AWPer so bad. Controllers is one of them.
Well, I like the double under here, but Mazinho and Palace has a Molotov. Frozen goes topside. Karrigan the surprise. Jacob trying to cover the middle with a lot to do until Twistzz gets into position. So if MongolZ go soon, it's better than any other option. 40 seconds, they might have to go through.
Yeah, it's a really good timing on the smoke block, but you know one thing about the MongolZ is that they don't really respect these. Nade on the smoke to break it open, and Karrigan gets out with the double. They break the smoke to try and face him up close. Karrigan makes him regret it. The fact that these last few rounds that FaZe have been able to field have come from Karrigan is maybe in some ways reassuring, but also a little concerning.
You'll just take them. Two triple kills for Carrigan that have led to winning rounds in this game already. So one of them even being an eco. You can't complain at this point. FaZe trying to catch up with the Mongols, who have no money to show, and really the Mongols should buy. We know they're a team that like to invest heavy. This is a round where they're going to buy. They have $1,400 dollars on 2 players, 2 to 3K on the others. So right now, Mongols are facing a 6-6 half unless they surprise us with a explosive round here. Just blitz on the AK. I think 10 gets a Galil.
We were talking about this the other day, yesterday in the BO1s, saying how, Chengdu was an interesting event because they didn't have Mara in attendance for the first few days. It was really interesting to see what a fully untamed blitz calls like, and it was scary, both for and against the Mongols. He's a guy who, when he thinks quickly, Mara often the kind of yin to his yang in that sense, the one who likes to try and slow things down and add a bit of composure. Oh, a slightly slower round, but Brokey more comfortable at this pacing, given that one fight out towards middle. He'll take it, and a 5v4 for FaZe. Advantages haven't mattered much, but with Brokey hitting shots like this, FaZe, they've got a safe pair of hands here. Brokey finally brought down. Twist comes in to save the day. Those were vintage Brokey flicks.
Is that his best sequence of the major? It's certainly up there, isn't it? Big 3-kill round with flicks to boot. Brokey shows up in Budapest. It's never too late. FaZe have kept him in it. Lovely sequence from Brokey. And that's a Mongols who had to force down and will do it again, this time with even less. Controllers dropped blitz at AK last round. Now they've got nothing. Pistols to pop on this A-bomb site. Jacob's final test of the half.
And leveling out here for FaZe would feel really, really good. They were in some great positions in this first half, gave away a couple of man advantage rounds with the Mongols pulling big plays out. But if you're able to kind of level out here and start getting more mileage from Brokey, suddenly feels like sky's the limit. Hits a couple of good flicks. That one connected, by the way. Jacob gets 2 through the smoke. And a 5v2. They've lost some really rough man advantages, but surely not the 9-10 Deeg 1v5. Brokey clotheslines him. FaZe will go on to level out on the half. Brokey looking tapped in right now. That is something FaZe haven't had throughout their entire major run. Can they hope for redemption on Mirage?
What was once broken, now looking fixed. FaZe back up to 6 on the half, and Brokey putting in a shift on the AWP. It's Karrigan Deagle highlights, and it's Brokey finding all multi-kills. Are FaZe back?
I have no idea. We fully inverted this from the expectations. It's Frozen and Twists down bottom of the board on the half with Brokey, Karrigan, and Jacob carrying most of the impact for FaZe Clan.
Nice in them, boys. It was very unlucky in the beginning, okay? But let's stay focused here on T-side.
And that's Karrigan, FaZe's leader, trying to calm the nerves and lock in.
Twists threw a decoy on A to fake util, and they actually baited out a smoke from Blitz, so now he throws the recommit. He's selling this fake hard.
Still too strong over here towards the B side. Techno 4K, 1-11 in this game. One of those players that has had this nasty habit of going missing in these last few months for the Mongols. He'll get overwhelmed. Control is dinked as FaZe look to try and battle in with a 3v5 of their own. A bit of revenge for that first half. Oh, 9-10 does not want to give up this site for free, and with each second, more and more Mongols players start to arrive.
Whoa.
Twists is largely out of the action here. You're left looking at Brokey trying to fend off the horde, and he can't do it. It leaves Twists alone. And so the Mongols looking to ruin FaZe's flawless streak in these pistol rounds. Should be no way back into this with the bomb lost. Everyone for the Mongols on it with the exception of Blitz, who's just watching this cat flank from afar. Oh, good tap for Twists, but it goes no further. The Mongols enter this second half with their heads held high.
Just trying to keep it even. Both 5-1 on pistols here in this stage as Mongols spring back to the lead. So much of that ending of the half came off of the fact that Mongols had no money, so now a chance for them to control the early game yet again on this CT side. Not over-rotating there, still keeping 3B despite the fake out. It was cool to see the decoy force a smoke out of Mongol's hands, but goes no further than that. Blitz Julie's up close, making it a fair fight.
Yeah, pistol v pistol, a bit of honor from Blitz. That Deeg instantly picked up. Brokey's going to try it as well.
Lets him have it.
But there shouldn't be much to get excited about here. Mongols just looking for a clean sweep. And with Blitz only playing with these pistols, even gives them the chance to try and bring out an AWP moving forward very early in the game.
FaZe really dragging this round out, and not because they think there's a chance, but because they want to get util out of Mongols, and they're refusing to throw it right now. All these smokes being held on 4 players. Mongols know that FaZe have got to move in, and so move in they shall to their demise. 3 kills in the window from 9-10, and Mongols convert clean against the Eco. Here's FaZe's buy. But actually, Karrigan's trying to cook. He's in the kitchen right now, asking FaZe to buy half, Harry. After a full eco with Glocks, FaZe are not full buying in this third round, as you would anticipate. They are playing with half. So it's definitely something quick here from FaZe. And then they'll be able to rebuy regardless of the result. If they win it, they get upgrades. If they lose it, they get a buy round.
This is from the twisted mind that is Karrigan.
It's a cool idea for a B-pop.
9-10 Zorp here as well. Certainly could get overwhelmed by all these SMGs, all these pistols. Barreling through that util, they play it forward. 9-10 hits the first. Flashes are a little awkward, and the collateral for 9-10. Why stop there? It's looked really clean thus far. 9-10 eventually brought down, but in comes Techno to alleviate the pressure and deal with it handily.
Well, yeah, it said 9-10 was coming in struggling to this series, and both AWPers have been here in the server, but both are showing up right now on the CT side. Big collat triple to stop the B rush, full blind. Mongols putting it up right now on this CT half. Are they ready for the rebuy? Did they realize what they were up against there? With that round going so quick, I can't say for certain. FaZe have full AKs. Judging by the fact that Mongols are swinging triple window, I don't know if they know. Smokes may give it away. But FaZe tiptoeing, yet to fire off. Twist catches them off guard. And I think you're somewhat expecting a pistol there if you're the Mongols. Twist, can he follow up? No. Repeat was not ready for that, and the AWP connects onto Brokey.
Bit of an awkward silence sets in here for FaZe. They tried to take this mid control, but now they don't really have the resources left to do it, right? With Brokey down low, he just falls back and links up with Frozen. Two players on either side of the map for FaZe Clan. They've got to start regrouping. 40 seconds left. They're really leaving this one down to the wire. Spot here out of Mizinho, sees one given away. And so a 4-on-3 now for FaZe, and maybe the red carpet rolled out for an A play. The Mongols feeling with so little time left, and after this spot on a Frozen, they're bringing everyone around. Controller's caught out in the open. Brokey at low health finds the entry, but there's more where that came from. Techno's swing cancelled after one. 910 wants to give this a go. He's dropped that AWP. Nade's gonna deal with Brokey. Oh. So little time left now. You've got to get that bomb planted, FaZe. They're just gonna plug in the numbers in time. But 910 closing in, another nade, the artillery barrage from 910 blows FaZe away. And that's a 1v3 from Mongols, is struggling AWPer on the rifles. He's not struggling in this game.
Little cache of grenades put to use, and it doesn't get the second kill, but it forces the fight. Frozen had to swing on 15 health. It was Jacob on Pond, but he gets the fights he wants. Jacob looks to trade. Everybody pays the price from that nade. What a beautiful 1v3 for 910. It all happened so quick. On a silver platter, serves up a 4th CT round in a row. It's a frustrating way to lose a round for FaZe.
We good. Let's forget it. Bro, there's so many rounds that we're playing better than them.
Oh, there's no accounting for that. And right after he's tried to hype the team up, Twists. Dead through the smoke, dead to the spam.
It's so reassuring to see this form out of the Mongols, though, because there are rounds where FaZe should be in position to win, but another break, another shot from this AWP. Blitz follows up, and the talent is endless right now from the Mongols. Everyone holding valiantly in their positions. 3 kills from the captain. This CT AWP from 910 is a nuisance. And forget the rounds you could have won and maybe should have won, because you're not winning any of them, FaZe. 11-6, likely, as Mongols look to shut this game down in the second half.
You know, it's clear that FaZe are feeling frustrations in every one of these comms. There's been some kind of vibe that they're addressing the elephant in the room. They're trying to talk about it, hoping that they can break through, but time and time again, the Mongols repel them. And the way you are losing these rounds is frustrating, right? This one ends in seconds with 2 smoke spam kills from Blitz. Frozen not going to give this one a go. 910, it stops him in his tracks, and the Mongols, they're very quickly walking down this path to a victory. From a split half at 6-all, it might be 0 T-side rounds for FaZe as the Mongols dominate in the second half of play.
Yeah, 1 looser round coming up for FaZe where they're going to eco and presumably play another fast one, but Mongols have just had this AWP in the right place every single time. Stop the B-pop. Stop the A takes. 910. Great read of the game at this point. It's going to start on triple, and what would you know? FaZe coming in with these pistols. 910 at CT with an AWP. I think I've seen this one before.
Yeah, he's had many a great moment from this position. A comfortable one for 910 on the AWP, but a couple of swings and misses. Twists breaks through with a double. They didn't spam him at the start of this round, so Plant now comes in for FaZe Clan, closing in on the 910 AWP. Frozen gets dealt with. Round still very much alive with 910's AWP in the picture. Double rotate back into the spawn. FaZe haven't had a lot of time to get comfortable, but there's some revenge. 9-10 naded out. Taste of his own medicine. Brokey up close, follows through on the Tech-9. Oh, Controllers! The rookie wrestles it back, and now in with a chance. Can Twist stop him? Looking for the bomb, he can't quite find it. Will finally hop on that defuse. Spam misses, comes up short, and Twist can't find him! Right from under their nose, Controllers snatches it away. Divine match point for the Mongols.
Another 1v3 for the Mongols, just when you're ready to write them off. And even though FaZe get into these winnable positions, set themselves up for success, still the Mongols continue to clutch up. A flawless CT side. Highlights from everyone in the book. Well, almost everyone, but Controllers enters his chapter. And Mongols murdering FaZe right now in this BO1. The sad thing is, and you can look at these in hindsight and say some of these reswings, right, not exactly necessary. Carrigan going out back behind the site, you know, Jacob in the 1v1 trying to trade Frozen, who was forced out. He would have survived the nades. It's all hindsight cool here for FaZe. It's probably how they're feeling after the fact. On paper, perhaps good attempts, but none of them coming up for FaZe.
I think that's the part that's going to be hurting you, right? It's, you feel like you've had really good round openers. You've gotten into really solid positions, but it's the closes. It's the fact that the Mongols have seemingly limitless clutch potential to tap into. It's why you figured this would be such an exciting matchup, and it's certainly delivered in that regard. Let's see if FaZe can keep it going any longer.
This is sneaky. Mongols don't know about it. Oh, spot.
They've got 9-10 playing for info on that jump check, aware of the connector presence. Blitz will walk into it. Mazzinho, however, plugs the hole. Brokey's orb, hang on a second. Might have just given them a lifeline. Mazzinho spotted, tagged up, holds on valiantly with another. That's his third in the round, and once more they're left looking at Controllers. Can he stun FaZe Clan with yet another clutch? You better believe he's going for it thus far. Every time they've attempted one in this second half, it's come through for the Mongols. Just doesn't know where FaZe have gotten to, and that's the big problem. Flying blind in the 1v2. Controller's gonna ride it off. FaZe extend play, finally winning one of these man advantage rounds in the post plant.
Yeah, as tempting as it is. Positions taken by FaZe, playing on their own, not looking to just give him those easy 1v1s. So Mazzinho's triple in vain. FaZe find their first on the T side.
I think it is one of the crying shames of how quickly this game got away from FaZe Clan is that, you know, Brokey's AWP finally makes an appearance in this T half and it wins them around, right? That was a really slick little double kill from him. In one of his most impactful games yet at the Major, after all the struggles, Brokey finally tapping into good form on the AWP. And you could argue this is one of the games he's got to have it the least in outside of that first half.
He's 21 on 14 right now. He is just a kill behind 9-10. A lot of the impact coming from the CT side, though. No one able to save FaZe in this second half. Would need 6 rounds straight to open this game back up again for FaZe, and Mongols have no intention of letting that happen. The save is an example of it. Saving with a lot of money here on the Mongols. Another AWP comes in for 9-10.
Here are these two heavy-hitting orbs and how they stack up. You're dead on with Brokey just lagging a kill behind. Both of them have had their moments, but 9-10s have found a lot of impact in this second half of play.
Triple mid take, triple smokes mid here for FaZe to take control. Gonna walk 2 under, but Mongols continually smoke this position to delay FaZe's entrance to middle. I like what they're doing. Pressure put on the A site to get nades out of the Mongols. That's not the end goal here for FaZe, waiting in this smoke. Pressure on B, denied. 9-10, of course, in the right place.
Yeah, I mean, frustrating again, right? You keep thinking, how do we keep meeting up with this guy? That's an awkward swing and a miss for Twists. And with Frozen caught, it's looking to be a decisive victory. Brokey throwing in to the 1v5. And don't get me wrong, he's had some great rounds, but this one's asking way too much. The Mongols in position to close this right here, right now, barely breaking a sweat on Mirage. They've got Brokey in a box, and of course, it's 9-10 to meet with him in the close. The Mongols now sit a best of 3 away from the playoffs, and for FaZe, it's that familiar feeling, backs against the wall. They've got to try and turn it around from 1-2 down on the day.
Well, they've done it time and time again here.